What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm out of town because I'm fishing a tournament tomorrow on the river, and I have some time, so I'm going to hit the creek and try to get on a few smallmouth. I don't know how to just rest and not fish when I have time, so I'm going to do that. It's really hot. The water's still low. We had a little bit of rain, but it didn't bring the levels up very much. So I'm probably going to fish something finesse. I may do the 4 1/4 inch Hellgrammite, maybe that weightless Tokyo rig. I'm just good at breaking rules. You guys know that I love to fish it that way, and I really don't know of anyone else who does it, but you can't really argue with the results. If it catches fish, you're not fishing it the wrong way. So hopefully we can get on a few smallmouth before we hit this tournament tomorrow, but I hope you guys enjoy the video. One. Over here. Little guy. Caught smaller for sure. Thank you, buddy. Man, oh man. I've caught a few decent ones today, but we are definitely getting some dinks. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Now, I've made some bad casts in my day. And I want to know how someone got a whopper plopper in those power lines up there. That would have to be one errant cast. I mean, those things are probably 25, 30 feet in the air, maybe even 40. I don't know how in the world that happens. Fish on. This is like a decent fish. Heck yeah. Especially for the summer like this in the creek. Oh. Heck yeah, that's a stout little bass. Beautiful coloration too on this guy. Nice. Thank you for the fight, buddy. All right, thanks for the splash too. So yeah, we're fishing something I fish a lot. It's that 4 1/4 inch Hellgrammite. This is the natural color on the weightless Tokyo rig. A lot of people ask questions about this, why I fish the Tokyo like this in the creeks. That's not typically how it's done. Usually there's a weight, typically a bullet weight on the end of that wire. I do that because I like fishing the Hellgrammite suspended somewhere in the middle of the water column. And excuse me, the weightless Tokyo gives me the ability to fish this almost like a somewhere between a weightless and maybe a Texas or a Jika rig. Just stays right in the middle of the water column. Works great on these lazy summer bass. Oh, there's another one right there. Not nearly as big as the last one, but okay, dude. Easy. So like I was saying, this weightless Tokyo rig stays right in the middle of the water column. And when it's hot, I don't want the bass having to chase too much to find the bait. Now, I fish this different ways depending on the current situation. If there's a decent amount of current, I typically cast upstream, let it float down through, and it'll stay in the middle of the water column. But right now, the water's low. I'm in a slower moving spot. So I'm gonna let it drift, but I'm gonna fish it a lot like you would a jerkbait in the winter. I'll give it a few cranks, let it drift. Give it a few pops or a few cranks, let it drift. Again, similar to the way you might fish a jerkbait. Because if I let this just simply drift right now, it's going to be a very slow drift. So I want to give it a little bit of life, but I don't want to work it too fast. Pop, pop, drift. Pop, pop, drift. And like a jerkbait, oftentimes they're going to hit it in the suspending lull between your cranks or your jerks. But that's basically what I'm going to do today. Another dink. Catching fish though. Not setting any records. Well, that might be the smallest one of the day. Oh, thank you, buddy. It's hard to beat the Hellgrammite in the summer though. If I were a bass and it's hot, I wouldn't want to chase either. The other thing is that this bigger size Hellgrammite on the weightless Tokyo rig gives me the ability to fish a casting setup because it's a little bit heavier. And I'm not using a BFS setup because I want to be able to throw bigger stuff too if I want. So this gives me a good semi-weightless presentation and the ability to bring out a casting setup if I really need to change gears. Fish on. A decent little bass on the Hellgrammite. Thank you, buddy. Well, that's not a fish. I caught an entire sequoia over here. The old California redwood. I was able to get it in though. That's good. Let's get that guy over there. Man. At least I tied a good knot. That's a good fish. That's probably the best fish of the day. Oh yeah, that's a toad. That is a toad. Get over here. That is a good summer creek bass. Heck yes. Yeah, buddy. That's a good fish. It's a decent one. Over here. Dadgummit. It's a healthy bass too for the creek this time of the year. We will take that all day long. Right in the middle of the lip. Man, you got that thing good. Yeah. Thank you for the fight, buddy. I'm telling you, don't hate on the weightless Tokyo. And we're getting a little rain. The clouds have started to roll in here. It went from being scorching hot to raining. I may have to get out of here before any types of storms roll in. But we'll keep fishing a little bit if they're biting. There's one. And this rod is just so sensitive. You can feel just the faintest bites on this thing. It's a decent little bass. We'll take it. I don't think I've talked about my setup today. For my rod, I've got the Trinka 3X. This is a 7-foot medium power fast action. And for my reel, I'm using the Lose Tournament Pro. I have braid on this reel. I want to say it's 15-pound braid. I've got either 8 or 10-pound fluoro leader, weightless Tokyo rig, and the 4 1/4 inch Hellgrammite in natural. And again, I'm just kind of slowly popping this Hellgrammite, letting it stay in the middle of the water column. Oh, missed one there. Trying to detect those subtle bites, but this rod is so sensitive, and it really lends itself to this finesse style of fishing. I can throw light baits on here like I'm doing right now, but I can also throw cranks or whatever else on this rod. So I'm a big fan of these Trinka rods. I've used a lot of rods in my lifetime, and these are the most sensitive rods I've ever used. And I really, really mean that. I've used rods that are double the price that are way less sensitive. So that's what we're doing this evening. There's one. Get over here. We have, oh yeah, another decent one. Oh my goodness gracious. Calm yourself, buddy. We'll take that all day long. The Nikko Hellgrammite. Yeah. Beautiful coloration, nice stocky fish. Thanks for the fight, buddy. Yeah. There's one. Not bad either. Oh yeah. Wow. Definitely a nice one for this time of the year. Yeah. Thank you for the fight, buddy. That's a big fish. Oh, never mind. Thought it was a big fish. He's just mad. Very mad. Holy moly. It's a strong little fish. Holy moly. He made me think I had a stud. Dude, calm down. And you're going to be a bruiser if you get bigger. Man. He made me think I had a 3-pounder. Just an angry little toad. Nice little humpback on this guy. Thank you, buddy. Well, that is going to do it for me, guys. We managed to get on a decent bite in the creek on the 4 1/4 Hellgrammite on that Tokyo rig. But yeah, we got on some healthy bass. This time of the year in the creeks, it can really be dink central. It's hard to find, you know, healthy bass to catch. There are a lot of the yearling bass or those in the, you know, 1 pound category. We caught some decent ones today. When it's hot like this, I really tend to seek out the shade under the bridges, up along the banks where the trees are casting some shadow there. Had a little bit of rain there. The bite was decent during that cool period, but overall it's not a bad day on the water. I've got a tournament early in the morning, so I'll bring you guys along for that. I'm going to fish a stretch of the river that I don't think I've ever fished it before, so it's going to be a learning experience. I don't know how well we will do, but we're going to get in it anyway. You don't know unless you try. So until next time, tight lines.